Good morning and welcome to Taste of Camp Meeting. We are so glad that you are joining us for worship this morning. We are just happy that we're able to be out here at the campground in the Gaga Ball pit. We are just so excited to get back out here to play some Gaga Ball with the students, but we are just so glad that you are able to join us this morning for worship. My name is Ryan Shostak and I'm the Director of Student Ministries.
And my name is Jen Parrish. I'm the Director of Student Ministry Discipleship here at Lawrenceville First. We are so excited that you are joining us for a taste of camp meeting. If you have not yet, we really want to encourage you to sign up and come out to the campground for our special prayer walk. You can come out in social distance. We've got staggered out time slots, so make sure you sign up and come out here. We've got a way for children to participate with that as well. Wonderful time just to pray with your family. We really hope you take advantage of that as well. You can come out and drop off all of your donations, your food donations, and participate with the Juice Box Challenge. You can drop those out here when you come out for your time slot as well.
Yes, and so this morning as we continue in worship, I want to share with you a verse from Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 15, where it says, "So I commend the enjoyment of life, because there is nothing better for a person under the sun than to eat and drink and be glad."
And this week, we just really want to encourage you to feel that joy of camp meeting that we always feel when we come out together and just worship as a family. And I know that we're at our homes and worshiping in a different way this week, but we really hope that you are still able to participate in that. Make one of those special recipes that we have on the website, one of those camp meeting recipes, and just have a wonderful time with your family.
Yes, and just envision whenever we are able to gather back together out here at the campground to celebrate.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
We love y'all.
This particular site was selected by the founders because it contained two natural springs. And those springs provided water, so they would be a water source for the people that were coming to camp meeting, a way to kind of keep the animals watered, and also it was a great place to keep your butter and your eggs and any kind of item that you wanted to keep cool in the water. In the early days, camp meeting took place in the month of August during the traditional laying by time for farmers. This is when the farmers had planted their crops, but they were waiting on the harvest, so there was less work to do on the farm. And they would come from all over the community to come to campground to listen to multiple preachers. Sometimes camp meeting would last for up to 10 days, and they would have services both in the day and at night. Now, obviously, if you're going to spend the night and have a service and be here, you're going to have to eat. And so the farmers would often bring with them cows and chickens. Now, the cows would go home with the farmers at the end of camp meeting, but the chickens would not because they had been consumed. So here at camp meeting, we've heard a lot of sermons over the years, lots of singing, and a lot of chicken has been consumed.
Hi, my name is Carla Price. I've been a member of the church for about 20 years, and I've been coming to camp meeting every year. It's one of my favorite things of the entire calendar year of the church. And when I went and brought my daughter back from China, I brought her right to camp meeting. I got her in February, and that June or July, we were here at camp meeting. I've had so many people come up to me and say their favorite memory is seeing Helena playing in the dirt, and that's before Franco made this a beautiful area, and there was a lot of dirt and sawdust. So I have memories of taking her home and putting her in the bathtub. We were both just so exhausted, but filled with the Holy Spirit and just having a great time out here. Then a few years after that, when she was a little bit older, there were 3 families and myself, and we were in a cabin up there. I can't remember which one it is, next to the nursery, and we stayed in there. I think 3 years, all of us went there until they told us that was too many people and the kids were getting too big. So then Helena and I moved down here to the Luke cabin, and I think we stayed in the Luke cabin for about 4 or 5 years, and it was just so special. In the morning, she would run up to the children's ministry, and I would sit down here and have Bible study, women's Bible study. The ladies would come in, and the rest of us that were staying here would all gather and have a Bible study in the morning. And then at noon, we'd listen to the ministers have a small sermon and music. with the children. It was so special. And even though those things don't happen anymore, the other memories that we have going forward of all the great food, friendships that without camp meeting, I don't think I would have had such dear friends. I always call them my camp meeting friends. And that's where we became closer, and the Holy Spirit just always moves with us. And we still gather in front of, well, I always call it Robin's cabin next door, the Mark cabin, and have coffee in the morning. I'll come over, or at night we'll stay until after the youth has finished singing, and just fellowship and have a great time. And I'm just so excited that it still is going to happen this year. I know it is, because this place is hollow ground, and it's just so special to me, and I just love it here.
Hey Lawrenceville family, it is Andrew Chappell, and word on the street is that you guys are not having camp meeting the week in June that we've usually had it. And I was just thinking about all the good times that I had growing up at Lawrenceville, being a teenager at the campground, doing the lap, and youth during camp meeting week, all the times we went to Lake Lanier and Six Flags, and all the times we helped people in our community build their homes, fix things, and doing that together with other communities of faith. And I'm sorry that we cannot gather during this week, but I'm with you in spirit. That place, you all helped raise me, and I'm always so thankful for you and for what that place means to all of us collectively. One of the memories that sticks out is that Thomas Brown was on his way to LAP, to join us at LAP, when he was in an accident. And Thomas and all our friends from that time period, we remember Thomas, and we remember LAP, and we remember that place because Thomas was on his way there. And Thomas's spirit, every time I've been out there, is still present in a big way at that campground. And so as I always think about the campground, whenever I do, I think about the spirit of Thomas Brown and the importance of friendship and the importance of what he meant to that community and what he still means to us. I pray that his spirit of service and mission is still present there as we continue kind of to process what COVID is doing and what it's doing to communities of faith. I pray that you would know that you're loved, that you would know that you are loved by a God who opens his arms wide open to each of us. And thank you for letting me say a word. I love all of you, and I'm thinking and praying for each of you. Thank you for what you've meant in my life, and I look forward to the days when we can be back at the campground together. Thank you.